doesn't happen instantaneously. It's a process. It takes some time, and you have to go through some steps to actually get to that moment of what I would call transformation. So you're kind of going through the change process, and then there's transformation, right? So how do you do that? I mean, so many of us struggle with change. We don't like change. We know we should change. Actually, there is something called the Stages of Change model, and it was created by James Prochaska. I hope I pronounced that right. James Prochaska and Carlo di Clemente. And it describes these stages of change, and knowing where you are on this model of change helps you know what you need to do next, or at least identify where you are so that you can decide, whether you want to stay at that stage or whether you want to change. There we go, change, right? So the first stage in this model is the basically not ready for change stage. So you're not there yet. You have no intention of changing anytime soon, at least not in the next 6 months. You could be sort of underinformed or overinformed about the consequences of your behavior. Maybe you failed at it in the past and you don't want to try again. But you're just not there yet. Your friends and family and coworkers, they actually may see you as resistant or unmotivated or unready for help, and you may feel resistant too. You just don't want to do it. You kind of know you should, but you don't want to yet. So if you think about a change you want to make, like maybe you want to be meditating daily, you may know that this is something you'd like to do and it'd be good for you, but you just keep saying that you don't have the time, and you don't really know if it'll benefit you, or you're struggling with it. You kind of have it in your head that you should do this, but you write it off, and there's no solution that you can find to make it workable for you to meditate daily, right? So it just feels like an unattainable goal to you to meditate daily. So that's the first stage, right? Now, the second stage of this change model is the getting ready stage. And in the getting ready stage, you begin to seriously think about changing. Maybe not in this moment, but in the next 6 months, you think that you might want to change or might take some action. And you're kind of acutely aware of the reasons not to change, but also you have an awareness of why change would prove beneficial for you. So you've got this ambivalence going on, right? Want to change, don't want to change. And you're weighing those pros and cons, and you just, you're starting to think about it, but you're not there yet. So people who get stuck at this stage say they're overthinkers. So if you hear yourself saying that, I'm overthinking this is where you are in the process, okay? You're not taking action, you're just staying in your head. So if you think about the meditation example, at this stage you've actually thought about the fact that meditation would give you some balance and spiritual connection and those kind of good things. But you also know you have to give some things up, like you might have to give up some sleep in the morning so that you could get up and you could meditate every day. So you kind of toggle between wanting to meditate daily and wanting to stay in your comfort zone, right? Because that's where most of us want to be. We want to be in our comfort zone. Okay, so are you at that stage? Maybe not. Maybe you are. The next stage is called the ready stage. And when you're at the ready stage, you actually plan to take action sooner rather than later, such as in the next month. So now we've gone from, change in 6 months to change in the next month. And that's why we often call this stage the preparation stage, okay? So it's the ready stage, but you're preparing for change. You have actually an action plan at this point. You know what to do next. You feel just about ready to take the next step, okay? So you're working to create time to meditate every day with our example we've been using. And you've made a list maybe of activities you might cut out. You're trying to go to bed earlier so you can wake up earlier and meditate. And you may have given yourself a deadline, a date when you're actually going to start, such as maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, right? And you might have even told your family members to expect you to start doing this in the next week or two, okay? Now we go on to the action stage, and this is when you've actually made specific modifications in your lifestyle. In the last 6 months, you're actually taking action. So you could be in the action stage, right now, you may have been there for a week or 2 or 3, but usually in the past 6 months, at some point, you've actually taken action. You've done something differently and begun to transform. Those actions are observable, and they should be starting to be consistent. You may not have created a habit yet or created a transformation for life, but you're on your way to doing that. And you're starting to meditate on a consistent basis. You may miss a day here or there, but you're meditating, and you're starting to build this firmly rooted habit. Okay, habits take 66 days to form on the short end, on the long end, over 200 days. So, if you've been doing it for 6 months, you may actually have a firmly rooted habit, or you may be in the process of just developing it. And you're stepping into that identity as meditator in our example, right? And you can definitively say that you do indeed meditate consistently. The last stage of this model is the maintenance stage. And you hit this stage when you've actually made overt modifications in your lifestyle and you're working to keep up your habit. At this point, you're not tempted by the things that used to take you away from meditating. So those excuses are all gone. And your daily meditation has increased your confidence in your ability to change and to continue your meditation practice. You might have occasional periods where you backtrack or you fall out of the habit, but you're able to catch yourself and to get back into that routine. You actually call yourself a meditator. You are a meditator. It's who you are. It's who you've become. And you see yourself and others see yourself that way. So with this model, you can actually decide, you can determine where you are and what you need to do next. And you also can stop being so hard on yourself about where you are, because you understand now that you might just be preparing or thinking about change, right? But when you're ready for change, you're going to take action. Right? When you aren't ready, you have to get ready. If you've prepared, you need to get clear about what it would take to be ready to change. And when you are ready, you need to then take action. When you've successfully accomplished change, it's time to focus on strategies to prevent yourself from falling back into your old ways of being. That's the maintenance part. But I'm going to suggest that you also, when you're in that maintenance stage, that you want to begin thinking about the next change or how to level up that new habit, that new way of being in the world. How can you actually level that up again and create a new change? So that is it for today. I want you to think about if you're not ready, getting ready, or ready for change. Have you taken action? Or you are in the maintenance stage? And how could you move forward with change and transformation as time goes on? I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation Coach. I'm a certified high performance coach, and I love helping people get from where they are now to where they want to go. I like to think about what they're passionate about and what their purpose is, and to have them combine that, their passion and their purpose, so they get inspired and take inspired action. And that gets them inspired results like change, like new habits, right? I like to help you to achieve your goals, create what you want, get out of your own way so that you can do that. So if that's of interest to you, then please click on the link above and and fill out my application for a free certified high performance coaching strategy session. I'd love to work with you for an hour or an hour and a half to see, what we can discover about what's holding you back, how you want to get, where you want to go, how you can get there, how you can get out of your own way. And I do that by helping you get more clarity, energy, productivity, influence, getting clear on your purpose, what you want, what you don't want, what's holding you back. And if you decide to do a strategy session with me during this time together, I will be sure to give you some tips and tools and strategies that you can put to use right away to create change in your life. So if that's of interest to you, fill out the application and send it in to me and get on my calendar as soon as you do that, and we'll have a chat. So that's it for today. I hope to talk to you soon, and until I do talk to you again, go out there and achieve more inspired results.